Alright, so from where we left off, we were working on the UVs for the legs next, and then the shoes. So we'll grab those. Uh, Actually, we'll just minimize the UV layout just so I can see. Actually, I'm going to do double windows here and make this one perspective, and then make this one. We want to make this one our UV editor. Perspective and UV editor. Okay. Oh, because our panel is torn off. So, okay, so we just need to close that UV editor and then go back to panels, saved layouts, perspective, and UV. Alright, so now we don't, not so much jumping around that we have to do. So I'm going to actually dock this as well. And actually, I'll just leave it off to the side here in the channel box area. So we're using this. Okay, so what we want to do is go to edge mode here again, and we're going to actually, it looks like this is already, although we do want a seam for this to be unwrapped correctly. So I'll probably just select the seam on the back. So just grab one of these, and double click here. Oops, don't want to select all the way down. So just making sure I'm all the way to the edge. There we go. And then we'll go to cut and sew and cut. Alright, I should have, actually I'm going to undo that. Turn on symmetry, Object X, then cut, and then we skip that extra step. That's good. Alright, for these feet, we're going to actually, just going to go hit the number 5 and grab these edges around the shoe, the bottom edges. Just grabbing these bottom edges, just double clicking, and then if the other ones aren't selecting, you can just continue, just do a continuous selection through there, and then we can cut. Alright, and then we'll grab these, so we'll grab these faces, just double click, well actually we'll just grab these faces, just single select them. Or we could also go to UV shell, which is the same, and from here we can actually go to, I think it's actually, we want to, sorry, I'm just trying to find what I'm looking for here. Actually, we can shoot these, actually we'll just do a optimize and unfold, and scale these guys up. And then I'm going to grab these UV shells. So actually turn off symmetry, grab this shell, and rotate this one, and then grab this one. And I'm going to go to transform and go to flip right here in the, under scale. So we're just going to flip those and get those about the same. It's going to be the same bottom of the shoe, same texture. So we can actually just get this guy and this one, select both of, so this one first and then this guy, then scroll down along the bottom, and here we can actually snap and stack. Nope, not snap and stack, match UVs. Or is it under arrange and lay? Maybe I used stack similar. Nope. Actually, I'm going to go snap together. Snap and stack. Still nope. So I'm going to go back to shell. Just try and match this guy up. So just rotating around here. And then actually just select them both, say stack similar. Let's try snap and stack, or snap together. Oh, we're not getting the same. That's interesting. Just grabbing this one. Should I just grab this guy? Actually, I think we could just go snap together. Snap together. Nope, it's grabbing the whole shell. So orient both shells, stack shells. Okay, and then stack similar. Nope, stack shells. Let's go back. So UV shells, and we're going to say snap and stack. Stack shells. Okay, so that's unstacking. It doesn't want to. Actually, I wonder. Let's see. Let's try and flip this again. Maybe we'll get a better result this time. So select these two, and we'll go to stack shells. Yep, that is so strange. Why it did not work properly the first time. So we'll just grab both of those and scale those up a little bit. And then we'll probably move them. Actually, I'm going to scale them down. And then go over here. I'll put this down here. And then I'm just going to grab these top faces in here. Grab this, the top of this shell. Top of this shell. It's basically this shoe. Okay, and then we're going to go to unfold, optimize, and then we'll look and see what it did here. Alright, so we can just grab this shell right here, and this shell. Alright, I'm going to try and select both of these shells here, and just say unstack. That's fine. And then this one I want to flip. And then rotate. Which should be, these guys should both be close. Should be right with each other. So since they're the same shoe, I'm actually going to just keep them the same UVs as well. So we'll just go down again, and actually we'll try and align those, and then try and stack shells. Let's see, unstack. Let's rotate this one. Just want to make sure that they're coming in close. Like, let's grab both of these. I think because, I wonder if because they're not like more linear and straight on, that they're not actually working the right way. So let's try this. I'm just going to grab both of these guys, say snap and stack, see what that gives us. No matching UVs either. Alright, let's try stack shells. Stack similar, unstack. Actually, let's try and go to unfold, unfold, and then we'll grab this one, and we will go to flip. So flip and U. Okay, and then we'll grab this one, and say snap together, snap and stack. Yeah, that is the strangest thing. They're the exact same. So I'm not sure why it's not actually stacking correctly. I just hit undo a couple times there. So I'm actually just going to the UV shell, and actually let's try and stack similar. And that seemed to work. That is wow. Not sure if that's bugs or what inside Maya, but sometimes just a certain way of doing something will actually get it. It's so strange. So I'm actually just going to select this shell and go up here and get the texel density, select both of these, and set. Alright, so it is a little bigger, which is fine. So this is the top of the shoe. And then for this next one, we'll just grab the bottom leg. So this is going to be the sock and his leg color. So we just need to grab that. So actually grab both shells. So this guy, and then we'll just say unfold, optimize, unfold again, just to make sure. And from here, this is going to be the same as well. So I just want to orient these both so let's try and do orient shells. Okay, perfect. Well, not perfect, but this guy we can actually, let's try and orient. Nope. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm just going to orient shell so it just matches this guy. So then this one I'm actually going to flip. So I'll go up into the transform and flip in the U. Okay, and then I'll grab this guy right here. And then we're going to try again and just do stack similar, which seems to work properly. All right, so we'll grab this guy and we'll move this one over to here. This is this is his leg. So I think we should have the same texel density, so we'll just go up here to our texel density and set. Actually, I want that leg to be a little bit bigger. The sock anyway, because when we paint that sock on there. Okay. And actually I might move the pants down here. Just moving this shell. So this is I believe this one's the back of the pants and this is the front of the pants. Yep. Okay, so we'll move this one up here. This is the back of the shirt. This is the top of the shirt, or front of the shirt. Okay, I'll move these pants like so. I'll just move that up just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to move these hands over here as well. You kind of want to stack, when you're creating these UVs, you want to get them nice and tight, so it's tidy, just nice and clean. All right, so we'll move these pants. Actually, I'll probably put the pants right here. These are the back. This is the back of the pants, and then this is his leg and his shoe. Actually, I'll probably scale these up just a touch. Just get those right there. I may end up doing, I'll probably do a UV alone for his face, just so I have a little bit. I'll probably do 2 UV sets. So one for the face and head and the eyes, and then the other one, so it'll be actually his head with his hair and all that. We'll put that on its own texture map. So with that in mind, we can actually just grab this belt. And so what we want to do here is we'll probably cut this right around here. So if we go to the top of our UV toolkit and grab the edge mode, and we just go here and just double click around this whole edge. And then actually grab this guy. And I'm just hitting 4 on my keyboard so I can actually see what I've got here. So just double click that and then double click this one. Should give us the whole back of the belt buckle. And so here we're going to cut. So we want to go to our cut and sew and just hit cut. And then we also want to cut on the inside as well. I'm just hitting number 5 and grabbing this inside loop. I'm just making sure I have that inside loop selected. Inside loop, inside loop, and inside loop here. Alright, and then hit cut. Okay, now for the belt, we want to, let's see here. For this belt, we're just going to grab the loop that's on the back side and the loop that's on the inside as well for the bottom half of the belt, and then we'll cut, and then also we'll just put a cut right down the, so like here to here, and we'll just cut. Alright, so from here what I'm going to actually do is just grab, so I'm going to grab the UV shell for the belt, and then I'm going to hit Control 1, which is going to isolate our selection, and then hit number 5, and I'm just checking to see if we have any inner, which we don't. Okay, we don't have any inner polys for that. I just wanted to make sure of that. Although it looks, yeah, we don't have an edge there. Okay, good. So no edge there, so we can hit Control 1 to go back, and then we can also go to the UV shell of this guy as well, the buckle, and hit Control 1, and then we can look at those polys as well, those polygons. So this should unwrap properly for us. So if we grab this, just grab this guy and just say optimize unfold, and then we'll come look here and see what that gave us. Alright, so with this I'm not really feeling this so much, so I'm going to just try and do a straighten UVs, which kind of gets us there. It's not perfect by any means, but we might be able to hit optimize again, and it kind of gets us there. And then just do another, actually unfold, not working so much, so I'm just straightening, and then optimize, and I'll hit straighten again, and optimize, which is okay. It looks like it gives us kind of what we're looking for. We can straighten them out more if it's, you know, super necessary. Like we can grab these guys here, grab these outer this inside loop here, and we can actually convert that. So if we convert that to UVs and hold down Shift and right click, you can actually align UVs. Let's say center. Nope, that's not what we want. We want to actually, let's try normal. Well, no, normalize doesn't work either. So I'm just going to grab that. That just makes it big. Normalize. And I'm actually going to scale that out a little bit. And I'll probably I'm going to manually just kind of put these into place just to make sure that I have enough geometry. When we start painting, and we just get more of a square, I guess. That's kind of what we're looking for. So just manually doing this, just to square it off a little bit better. And this one, I want to square that off as well. So if you're really compulsive and getting perfect UVs, you can actually go in here and really straighten them. Like grab the ones that you really want straight, and you should be able to straighten your UVs. So I believe if we grab these guys, because they're fairly straight now, if I go here and straighten UVs, it does put them in a nice clean line. So you can actually do that the same as well here. So straighten UVs, and then you can move them up. This is just gonna really, this is just really kind of cleaning it up a little more. So straighten UVs, you can grab this edge, straighten, and grab these guys along the bottom and straighten. Although this one didn't straighten for us, so we can actually just go here and straighten UVs, these ones as well. This one's just it's like 30 degrees. So I think if I selected 45, it should actually do a better job. So it's just looking at in 30-degree angles. So if your angles aren't too bad, you can actually just keep it at 30. This one might give me a little problem, but nope, not too bad. Alright, let's grab this guy, grab these, and we'll straighten, grab those and straighten, and these guys, let's grab these ones here, and I'm just left shift control clicking, so straighten those UVs. These ones look like they're out of place, so straighten those, move those. So, and then you can really get super anal. Just straighten all those. And if we want, we can grab these guys, put them up here. This is just really making them more clean UVs. More pixel depth and whatnot. So with that, we'll just grab this guy, UV shell. So I'm just right clicking and dragging, getting that UV shell so I can select it, and then I'll move it over here, actually scale it down a little bit. Alright, and this shell, what is this shell here? Oh, we'll grab that shell anyway and put it over here. Alright. And from here, I'll go back to Control 1, grab that belt, and we can go to the belt, and we're going to optimize and unfold. Alright, this must be the other half. What are those faces? Oh, showing that there are interfaces. So I actually want to delete those. I don't need those. So those normals must have been just turned the other way. And I think that's what is going on here with this belt. So these ones right here, so if I grab those and delete, yeah, we don't need those polys. That's fine. Alright. So with that, with our belt, we can actually, I'm just going to rotate here, just get them a little straight, straighten them. Alright, and then optimize, unfold, straighten. Okay, so that's our belt, unwrap belt. So I'm going to grab this belt, And I'm going to actually rotate this along 90 here and hit straighten. All right. And then also scale just a little bit, just to get a little bit more detail. A little more detail in that. Probably move these pants over and scale them up just a little bit since they're on the front. And I'll probably move this, actually, Control Z, and I'll grab both of them. And then just move this hand. And then I'm assuming that's that's the top of the hand, and I do want that to be a little bit bigger as well. So I'm just scaling and just so I can actually get that in here. So scaling down. You can have a little bit of, you want a little bit of slop meaning the outside of the shell. You want to have a little bit of slop so it doesn't, so you don't get any weirdness. So with this leg as well, I want to grab this leg and stretch it this way, and stretch it here, and then just move it. All right. So it looks like we have pretty much the body done for the most part. Actually, I'm going to move this belt buckle down here and move the front of the pants and actually make those just a touch bigger. And then I'll probably rotate just like so here, just to kind of push this a little bit closer. Then with this will give us a little bit more room. Actually, I'll move these hands right. Probably turn them this way. Move here. All right, that's the bottom of the hand. And the top of the hand, this will actually give us a little bit more real estate here as well. Actually, I'm going to scale those down just a touch. And move over here. And then this shirt, I can actually scale that up. Scale here. And move over, move in the X direction. And this shirt as well, just move that down. And then scale in X and move. So you just want to make sure that all the shells are inside this box. And so these are his arms. So we can scale those just a little bit. All right, so with that's the body UV shell right now. All the shells for his body pieces are all unwrapped. And so for the head, that's where we want to make a new UV set for that. So with that UV set, I believe you can actually go to the UV set editor, and we can actually just say new UV set, and actually map 1, and then actually I'm going to copy this copy, and okay, so that's map 1. Actually, we'll rename this UV set 1 to body. And then this one, we want this one to be a part of, so this one we can actually delete, we don't want that. And then I'm actually going to propagate, nope, more than one object to be selected. Okay. All right, doesn't look like I have any unmapped faces.